Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. I have a mountain of items that have been worked through in like the last almost 2 months. It's been a while since I've been able to sit down to talk you through all the things that we've used up in the household here. So let's not waste time. Let's talk about nail items. I'm very happy to report I have a lot of nails I've used up. So I have a majority from Impress as I usually do. And these were two that weren't essentially holiday surrounding. So I use these Kiss and Tell. The accent nail that went with these is long gone, but I don't necessarily think you can tell on camera. These are like a dark purple, almost like indigo-ish, like bluish purplish with the white. And then these ones, oh, are so lovely. They're the French nails with a silver tip. These ones were called Sun Chaser. This is, I think, my second box of these, and I may have repurchased another one of them because I love them so much and I don't want them to go away. Then I have another one that I love. These are their just single color. This one is Sensational, just a chocolate brown. I really love a chocolate brown nail, especially in the fall. So these were a pleasure to use. I do think that's my second box, and I did buy another one of them because I never know when they're going to get rid of any like single color. I then have two Halloween ones that I was able to finish off. I had these from Impress. I can't remember. I think the accent was like your classic pumpkins and ghost bats like mashup on them. This one was called Boo. And then these were from Dashing Diva. These I got at, I'm pretty sure, a TJ Maxx or a Marshall's, but these were just basically like black, and they had like I think cats on them maybe. I don't remember. It was so long ago, but I'm happy that I was able to finish off of these and I'm not carrying them to another Halloween season. I also managed to finish up my Thanksgiving nails. I don't know if Impress has ever brought these back, but one year they did the Thankful Heart, and they had, let me just take them out so you can see them in all their glory. They had these turkeys on them, and then they had a glitter nail. I don't know. I thought they were real fun. I actually only was able to wear them one time last year. I think I might have bought these 2 years ago, maybe even 3. I don't remember, but I wore them one time last year, and I didn't get a chance between Thanksgiving and like Halloween, that like season, to wear them a second time. And once I get to basically the day after Thanksgiving, I'm all on Christmas. So I saved these and was able to wear them again this year. I think they're, again, really delightful. I don't know if they'll ever bring them back, but if they do, I would buy happily another box of Thanksgiving nails. All right, and then we come into Christmas nails. I had started Christmas early, and what I've noticed, a couple of things, is I had a lot of nails in my nail Christmas collection from last holiday season, so I wanted to prioritize using them because they weren't necessarily too in-your-face Christmassy like what the ones are that I'm wearing right now. So the first ones were from Dashing Diva. They were basically like these little gem with green here, so that didn't strike me as being too terrible to wear at, like, in November. So I went ahead and put these on. These were called With Love. Then I moved into these ones from Impress called Holiday Playlist. These, again, a little Christmassy, but not obnoxiously so. I think they were more like wintry, just generally holiday. So I thought those were good to polish off the second set of. And then I went back to my Dashing Divas. I had some of these. These ones are the short ones. These basically were a red glitter French manicure, which was really, really pretty. And with the Dashing Diva shorts, I only get one set. So I was able to use these up. And then the last ones, I didn't even remember wearing last year, but they are very Christmassy. Oh, I love them so much. I didn't even have the full, like they also had this, but I don't know, this one I don't love. I chose to not put it on. I chose to go with double Santas instead. The first time I wore them, I did just a set like this. I do remember that. After I pulled them out and opened the box, I was like, wait a second. These ones are really nice. I will say the medium ones, to me, feel a little long compared to other ones that I wear, but I think they're really pretty. I like them, and I'm not buying a whole lot of Dashing Diva nails these days. So we're going to get to a point in the not too distant future where I'm only going to have Impress because Dash and Diva is just not dropping the magic press nails like they used to. Okay, let's talk about Kit Empties. So I have 2 body washes. I have the Eczema Relief Cream and Body Wash. This stuff is a holy grail, use it all the time. But I did want to try, I saw when Ulta was doing a sale on Vanity Cream, they had the Gentle Body Wash. So I was like, let's give that a try, because after the sale, it ended up being a little bit cheaper than the Eucerin is at my CVS. This is good. I definitely think I like the creaminess of this better. I think this literally, I have to wash it off of Lydia's body, whereas this just feels more like a general body wash does. So I think texturally I prefer this one, especially for the winter season. So I'll use up the other, I think it's one more that I have of this, and then I'll probably go back to Eucerin exclusively. And then for hair products, we have this diaper wash and shampoo. I gotta say, I don't like the product in here, but I really love this. I love the whole packaging of this. I love the sustainability of this. You can literally, if I like rip into this, you can see that this is all cardboard. And then it is surrounding this because this is basically like I think a compostable plastic. Parts of what I just said, I feel like an oxymoron. How can plastic be compostable? But there's something about this. I think it's plant-based. So I like really wanted to support sustainability of that. And I wish we could have more companies doing things like this, but the actual stuff inside, I didn't like the scent of, so I won't get it again. And then we have the Aveeno Baby Daily Moisture Wash and Shampoo with shea butter, oat extract. This stuff, it's so good. It smells like coconut. I love it. I have it for Logan as a body cream, and it's, he smells so good. I just like want to eat him. I love it. So we'll definitely keep buying this stuff. And then our conditioner that we use on Lydia, because she has curly hair, is the Honest Calm Conditioner in Lavender. Frankly, I don't care what the scent is. I just need the conditioner. It's actually pretty hard to find conditioner for kids' hair, so I think stuff works really well. And then for body creams, I have the Eucerin Baby Eczema Relief Cream. This stuff used to be my go-to, but I'm all in on the Vanity Cream, the pump, the texture. This stuff works so well for Lydia. So I'm going to keep buying it, and Ulta has it on sale or not. I can still get points. So I will keep buying this stuff. Let's go ahead and talk hair products, shall we? So I have this expensive Biolage Scalp Sync Shampoo. I, much like my body, have noticed it started when I was pregnant with Logan, and it has carried through. My scalp is just dry. Like, I'm just overall drier as I am entering the other half of my 30s. And I was trying to figure out what to do. Other things I tried at the drugstore level weren't doing it. I've also purchased the, what's the brand? Briogeo. The Briogeo scalp charcoal mask thingy, and like that's fine, but I was like, let me just try a shampoo. And it happened to be as I was feeling this way, Ulta was doing their jumbos, so I filtered down and found this and then read a lot of reviews, and it was between this and something else, and I ended up going with this because of the price point. I think it's fine. I don't think that it is totally rectifying my dry scalp, but I don't think it's further drying out my scalp. So I definitely think that I will consider re-buying it, but I'm using up something else right now. Ben purchased randomly from TJ Maxx a like tea tree, big jumbo, almost I think this size. So I'm trying to help him work through that before we buy something else. But again, I'm not hating on this, but it wasn't inexpensive, and I don't normally buy expensive shampoo or conditioner. So I wasn't necessarily converted, but I'm not dissuaded from buying it again. Okay, then I have a texturizing wave spray. Okay, let me explain. This is a coconut and a white mask. So I was at Five Below randomly, and I saw this, and I don't frequent Five Below very often, and I was like, wait a second. This is $1 and it's supposed to be a wave spray. Well, I think I'm gonna run that. The risk reward felt like really high, like low risk, high reward if this worked out. No, this is bad. This didn't do anything. I think I only was able to use it at the most 4 times because you had to spray an obscene amount of product for it to really do any kind of styling to my hair. And even then, I would say about 2 hours after I would apply the most copious amount of this stuff, my curls were frizzed out and were not, like my waves were really frizzed out and were not holding. So sadly, I cannot save myself $24-ish buying this over the way wave spray. But for a second there, I thought I could touch the sun, and no. All right, and the last hair one that I have is the Way Thick Hair Treatment Mask. First off, I gotta say, I do appreciate that they sell this mask with 2 formulas for thinner hair or thicker hair. And I think that that matters. I have thick, coarse hair. And so I appreciated that. This mask lasted a super long time because I did not need a lot of it. And I also like the smell of it. But I gotta say, I don't know if I would rebuy it because it's so expensive. And I have a ton of hair masks from Fortune Cookie Soap, and I really like those. So I think if this were on a half off like it was when I bought it during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, I would probably buy it again, but under full price pretenses, I probably wouldn't buy it because I don't think it's that transformational, but it was definitely not a bad experience. 2 shower products to talk about. The first one that I have is from Ben. It's the Everyman Jack Harry Potter Potions Metamorphosis Body Wash. This is from what I got him last year for Halloween, for Christmas. It's nice. It has like that like woodsy leather scent to it. I think he has one more, maybe 2 more from this collection, but these are nice. If there were another collaboration that would sucker me in, otherwise I probably will stick to Bath & Body Works because it's more accessible to me and I only buy it when it's super discounted, which I think makes this more, but it's definitely a nice scent. And then for me, I have the Kitty Body Wash from Fortune Cookie Soap. They did a Monsters Inc. collaboration and I absolutely loved it. The scent of this, so good. Wish I had it in other formats. I have devastating news though. They announced, when was it? I want to say either right before or right after Thanksgiving that they are closing. I am so sad. I really thought they had that like tough few months. I think it was like last spring, and then things seemed to be turning around. They seemed like they were on a good page. So I was surprised to hear them announce that they were closing. So I don't think I'm going to have any orders coming in because they were doing custom orders and that is just not a thing I'm about to get into. So I sort of just accepted the fact that what I have in my collection is what I have. But they did recently announce that they might do like a get what you get grab bag, mystery bag bundle for a few leftover things. I think I might try to go for that because I love so many things about that brand and that company, and it's really sad to lose them. And it like leaves me with only Bath & Body Works. It's really the only other place I go to for this kind of stuff. So I don't know, it makes me sad. There's a lot of things I love about them, but I understand it's a really hard time to be a small business, especially a small online business. So another one bites the dust, I guess. More in shower things. I have another one of these boring Dove Shea Butter Soap Bars that I'm using enthusiastically, as you can tell. They're just fine. It's mostly that I have so many of them to use. And once again, I want to point out, I didn't buy them. Ben so lovingly bought them for me on the clearance rack. And like, here we are, but it's fine. And then Fortune Cookie Soap, I have the Cupcakes and Rainbows Whip Soap, which is what I use for a shave cream. I feel like I have used 4 or 5 of this exact scent. This was from their Trolls collection. It is such a good scent. I don't think I have any more whipped soaps from them. I think all I have left are hair masks in my collection, but if I have another one, I will happily use it. And I have been trying some other alternatives because of what had happened in the spring, and I was fearful that they weren't going to still exist. So I have other ones that I can buy, but this stuff was definitely my preferred. 3 scrubs. So first one I have is the Tree Hut Scare Glow. This is one of the ones I bought for the fall drop. This one was apple cider, caramel, and vanilla. I am sad to report, I didn't love it. I didn't love it in application. Something about it just was a little off-putting. Texture, like peeling off my skin, did all the right things for me, but scent-wise, I don't think I'd go back for more. Same can be said for the Dr. Teal's Shea Sugar Scrub in Rose. This is the second one that I had tried from them. I love it on cold. I didn't love it in my shower. It could have been the time of year, but I don't know. I don't know if I'd go for Dr. Teal's again. I think I probably would stick with Tree Hut, but I will definitely be more willing to return Tree Huts if I don't end up liking them. And my last one is a surprise. It was the pumpkin body scrub from Trader Joe's. I love that Trader Joe's is starting to dabble more into seasonal scents. This one was nice. This was a nice, like, cream cheese frosting. Oh yeah, cream cheese frosting is for sure what this one smelled like. Really pleasant, really happy with it. And they make a good scrub. If they had it in more than just one lavender scent whenever I go in a store, I probably would buy them more frequently. So I was really jazzed about this. Few body moisturizing products. The first one is also from Fortune Cookie Soap from the Monsters Inc. collection. It was the Top Scarer whipped cream. This one, ooh, the scent of it was just so-so, but I really like the texture of it. I also really like their whipped creams. This is one of those moments where I was really suckered into the theming. And so I went in during the collection drop and looked for the formulas that I really like to buy from them, and then picked the ones that smelled sounded like they smelled the best. And this met that mark, but the scent was just okay. Again, I'm gonna miss this product. I don't have any more of those in my collection because I've been trying to focus on using up what I currently have and not buying all their drops. So now I'm kind of sad. Then I have a sample. This is the Isle of Paradise Body Beautifully Balanced Body Butter. No, who is paying big money for this? This was not fabulous. No, not out here endorsing that. It just was okay and not worth the over $20 for it. And my final one is Trader Joe's. It's the pumpkin body butter. I also saw that they dropped this and I was like, yes, sign me up. Again, same thing with the scrub. I feel like they don't drop very many of these in different scents aside from their Boom Boom Cream dupe, which is now an every year thing. And then they always have the coconut one at my store. So I was happy to support this one. This did not have the same cream cheesy vibes as the body scrub did. It had more of like almost like a soapy scent to it. I don't know. I don't think I would look at this and like smell it cold and think that's pumpkin, but I liked it. Whatever the scent notes were, I did enjoy it. Okay, you're doing great. I've only got just the skincare left. I told you it's been some time. Let's go ahead and start with cleansers. I have 4. So the first one is my cold cream makeup removing cleanser from Laura Geller. This, it's so interesting. I feel like it'd be a good case study for all the times that I can be so thoughtful and resistive to not getting suckered in, and then randomly, like, I'll get suckered in and I don't even see that it's happening, and it's happening and it's done and it's over with. This is one of those moments. Laura Geller had an eyeshadow palette that was like, I don't know, it feels like less than $10. And when I was on the website, this also caught my eye. So I was first caught off guard because this looks so sleek, so elegant. Friend, it's just plastic. I was like, wait, what? When I first picked this up. This was a fascinating product. I've never used the, like, what is it? Noxzema cold cream from, I don't know, the 60s, what all women used to wear to bed to preserve their face. I feel like that's what this calls me back to, even though I've never used that. But it was a very interesting experience. I only complained that I feel like I had to use a second round of this on my eyes because when I would go to like rub it in, it would sort of like fizzle out and not fully do what I wanted it to do to break my makeup down. But aside from that, it was fine. I wouldn't go back for it. It wasn't a bad experience, but not as elegant or what I believe the full price of this would have been worth it. But it was a good experience. It's always nice to just try different cleansing balm products, but not going to be a rebuy. Then I have the Cetaphil Pore Clearing Acne Cleanser. This was okay. I have the same feelings about this as I do the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser, which I bought these, interestingly, around the same time. And I just feel like with both, they weren't like impactful enough for my skin. I also feel like, especially with the Ordinary one, I feel like I blew through this one really quickly. So no, I don't think I'm in it for the cream acne cleansers. I don't think they are strong enough, powerful enough to keep the neutrality of my skin that I want. Final cleanser, Old Faithful here. It's the Youth of the People Kale Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. She is pricey, but she's worth it. I had like a backlog of this and I was like, I gotta get this out of my routine because I'm gonna get used to it. That's partly what made it linger for so long. I tend to switch off with cleansers. So like if I use the cream cleanser, I'd come to this and then go back to the other cream cleanser so that my skin doesn't get too accustomed to what I'm using. I keep my skin on its toes. But I'm missing it. I'm really missing it. And I'm tempted to, while they have the Christmas set, to buy it, even though I'm not in the need for a cleanser. It's just that stuff is pricey. If I can get it on sale in a set that's already discounted, sale on sale, I don't know, it kind of pulls me in. So that stuff was my favorite. I really think that it seems simplistic on my skin, but it really does keep my skin balanced, not too dry. It helps combat any kind of acne that might pop up, which is not as frequent as it used to be, but I like the stuff a lot. 2 serums. I have my Bioma Clarifying Serum, which this is the second one I've used. This is good. I don't mind it. I think the packaging's a little bit fussy, which I don't love, but that's the thing about droppers, because even with my other one, which is the e.l.f. Please Clarify Facial Oil, please spelled PLZ, okay. This also had dropper issues at the end, so I had to like work through that. So it is what it is. But I have to say, this one I didn't really feel super thrilled about when I first started using it because I don't love the scent of it. But I liked that it lasted a really long time for the price point, and I think it was actually helping my skin. So similar to cleansers, I tend to rotate what I'm using, but I definitely think I'm gonna maybe consider rebuying this. And same for this. I think if there's gonna be a sale when I'm looking for a serum, I might come back for this at that point in time. And closing things out, we have 4 moisturizers. So the first one that I have is the Peach Slices Redness Relief Calming Cream. This stuff, it was really interesting. It's a super thin formula, but it's very moisturizing. It was very interesting to use. I don't think I'm gonna go back for it because texturally it was kind of a pain in the butt to put on my face, but I did not dislike it. And then I have another one of my Trader Joe's Ultra Hydrating Gel Moisturizer. This stuff I like, but I can only really use it in the spring, summer months. I knew when I pulled this out because it was the oldest thing that I had in my moisturizer. So I was like, I need to use it. I was like, I don't know. I maybe I shouldn't because I think I'm gonna like run into it not being moisturizing enough. And sure enough, that happened. I actually had to start using this as a neck cream because it just was not providing me enough hydration on my face during the day. And I just can't be drying out. I just can't have that. So this stuff is good. I think if you're somebody who has probably more or true oily skin, you like this stuff a lot. That just is not my personal face right now. I also have from Peach Slices their Snail Rescue All-in-One Oil-Free Moisturizer. No, I don't think I want this again. I really think the serum is the hero product of this line. I just think that this, again, texturally, these both from Peach Slices are really thin, and I just prefer a little bit of a thicker, got a bit more body to it than what those offered. And then finally, I have a fail. It's the Trader Joe's Night Cream with sea buckthorn shea butter and manuka honey. I should have known. This was a set. This comes with a face and night cream, or sorry, face. They're both face. A day and night cream. And I knew when I saw honey, I was like, that's probably gonna be too moisturizing for my skin's needs. Probably shouldn't buy it. But then I was like, nah, just use it in the winter. I'm currently using the day cream at night in the winter because this is really meant for very, very dry Sahara faces. That's not my experience. And I have to also say, this was an annoying texture. It was almost like light and airy, but dense at the same time. Like it had almost like a whipped mousse texture, but I couldn't easily get it out of the honeycomb hexagon packaging. It was very annoying. So this was a neck cream for me that I use, and I'm happy that I've used it up, and I'm glad that the day cream is working for me as a night cream right now, but I just have a dry enough face to be using it. So you live and you learn, you don't buy again. All right, my sunlight is fading on me. The sun is setting and causing all kinds of weird glares. So fortunately for me, I am all done. Thank you so much for tuning in to this marathon. It's been a while since things have piled up to this extent, but I so appreciate you being here and tuning in, and I'll catch you in my next video real soon. Bye.